Visit and speak in Spanish country. It's a good way and a very famous way to learn a new language. In this case, learn Spanish because the results are very fast and it's a great way to combine learn a new language and also travel and know another culture. But how effective is this methodology or this way to learn a new language? And how many Spanish you can learn in a process like an immersion program? In this video, we're going to talk about this interesting topic and we're going to see some examples and some testimonials about some people who travel to Guatemala to learn Spanish one-on-one. Welcome to this video. I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Mario and I'm a Spanish teacher and I'm part of the SP Spanish Online, and since 1997, 2,000 of students from more than 27 countries around the world in different reasons, in different ways, like the online lessons and the immersion program in Latin America. And before to start the video, I want to invite you to subscribe to our website. We have a lot of resources, free resources to help you to improve your Spanish or learn Spanish from scratch, or visit Latin America to learn Spanish and enjoy this incredible area of the earth. So let's start with the video. I know that traveling to other countries to learn a language, and countries like in Latin America, for example, it's a little bit hard to take the decision because we heard a lot of news on the newspaper, for example, on the TV, or maybe with some friends. But the fact is that in Latin America, like other countries around the world, are some part that is safe and other part that is a little bit dangerous. And this depends of when you travel, where you travel, and what you are looking for in a travel. And in the last few years, Latin America is a very famous place to learn Spanish in the immersion program or in immersion programs from Guatemala, Mexico, or Costa Rica, for example, or Colombia, or Argentina, or Chile. And to choose the correct country and to choose the correct school, it's a very important thing because you're going to spend your time and your money in some place that you are looking for a good experience and for sure learn Spanish fluently. And at the end, the idea is that you can have conversation in any real life situation. How I said, I know this feeling because like you, I was a traveler to United States, for example. I went to Europe twice, and in these two experiences, I have the different questions in my mind to know how can I move there, which kind of food I can find there, what I need to take to go to Europe or United States, for example, and the most important, how many English I can learn, or Spanish or any other language I can learn in 1 month, for example, or in the next 3 months, or in the next 6 months, or just in the next few weeks that I'm going to spend in this trip. I understand totally about what you feel about this process, or take the decision to travel and learn Spanish in an immersion program in Latin America. So in this video, we're going to answer this important question. So there is many factors that we need to talk about to know how many time I need to learn the new language, in this case Spanish, how many time I need to spend to learn this new language. So there are many factors that we need to know before to answer the question about how many time I need to spend to learn a new language. So let's talk about these important factors. The first one is, how many time do you need to learn a new skill? This answer is a personal answer because most of the people want just one specific answer about this. But the fact is that we need to know in the media, how many time do you need to learn a new skill? For example, if you're going to do yoga, how many time do you need to learn yoga? Or you're trying to play the guitar, for example, how many time do you need to learn how to play the guitar, or any other skill that you needed to learn in the last year or in the last few months? The second factor is, how many time do you have in your plan to spend in this travel, or in this trip, It's very, very important to know how many time do you have, because if you know that you need that to learn a new skill, you need a month, for example, and you just have 1 week to spend, you need to take care about these important two factors. The next factor depends which is your level in Spanish in this case. Because if you don't know anything about Spanish, in a media we need that people needs 1 month to start from scratch to have their first conversation in Spanish in any real life situation. So this is a media about how many time do you need, but depends of which is your level. For example, if you are an advanced or intermediate, for example, depends of which kind of intermediate you are, you need a specific time just to improve some parts of the language. You can improve just pronunciation, for example, or fluency, or you can improve your grammar, for example, or structure. So depends of which is your level, you can have some results. The next factor is the methodology. It's very important to know that in Latin America, there is a lot of kind of methodologies. For example, in Mexico, you usually study with a group. With the group, it's a nice way to learn a language because you have the support of the teacher and other students. But you don't have the complete attention from the teacher. That is the best support for any student because the teacher knows how to correct you. The teacher knows how to answer all your questions. But for example, in countries like Guatemala, there is the methodology one-on-one. That means every student has one teacher for one student. And this helps the student a lot to improve their Spanish as soon as possible because the teacher is just focused on you, on your progress, and on the way that you learn the language. So it's important to know which is the methodology you're going to use in this school or in this trip that you're going to go. And the last factor is the teacher. Most of the people, like in English or in Spanish or any other language, is that just because they know to speak the language doesn't mean that you can teach the language. And most of schools in Latin America has teachers with no experience teaching Spanish, or they don't know how to teach Spanish. Because a Spanish teacher, English teacher, or any other kind of teacher, you need to prepare yourself to how to teach a language. And there is a lot of schools, and there is another, or sometimes we know that people have a friend from Latin America, for example, and they come to Latin America and they try to learn the language just speaking with this friend. The thing is that this is a little bit difficult to reach the goal because this friend is not a Spanish teacher, so he don't know how to correct you. He don't know how to answer the question because if you speak Spanish doesn't mean that you can teach Spanish. So this factor is very, very important to know because most of the students had another idea about it. Just I'm going to a new country, I'm going to learn the language. Sometimes yes, but most of the students don't have these results. So now we're going to know some experience about some students that came to Guatemala to do this experience.
Hi, my name is Bianca and I'm from Canada, but I live in Seattle, Washington.
My name's Tyler. I obviously also live in Seattle, Washington.
And we've been here for 3.5 weeks, and it's been an incredible experience. Our teacher, her name is Sandra, she's been incredible. Before I came here, I didn't know any Spanish at all. And he knew only a
Numbers
little bit.
and colors.
But yeah, we've come a really long way and had a really amazing experience.
For us, I think it worked very well for us to be together with one because we had the same homework. We kind of followed the same pace all the way through, and so it was very easy for us to go home and practice, which in a one-on-one situation would be the same. I mean, you're not trying to worry about what other people are doing or different learning paces. The interaction with your teacher directly is like, I tried to take Spanish classes at home with 30 other people, and it's just, you don't get the understanding at all that you do here by far.
It was very much a personalized experience where she created lessons that had us like explaining our lives in Spanish, and we got to know each other really well, and became friends over the last couple weeks, which I thought was really cool.
The class is so much more than just like learning Spanish. I mean, she took us to the market and helped us buy vegetables from local vendors and buy fruits and be able to experience the local culture more. As far as homework, I mean, there was always enough work that you could do as much as you wanted, but it was never like overwhelming or a problem. You could do as much or as little as you could handle that day. Some days we'd write 2 pages in Spanish, and some days I'd end up doing another experience here locally,
Yeah.
and it all worked out equally the same. So Unlike, getting a failing grade or something if you don't do your homework, it was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was the perfect amount of work. We did 3 hours a day of class, and then would maybe have one or two things to think about for homework. And we didn't even have homework every day. And it was really just a lot of practicing and then talking to each other and talking to Sandra, and then trying to use our Spanish in San Pedro with the other people that we met. We tried to do that as much as possible. We love it here. We visited some of the other towns around the lake, and this is.
What do you think about the results of these students? Very nice, right? I know that these factors, it can be a little bit different because depends of which is the person that going to travel to an immersional experience. So the right way to know how many time do you need to learn a language in this way, or in this methodology in an immersive experience, is just travel and try the immersion center. I know that this experience, it's a very, very great experience for many students. It doesn't matter if you just want to learn a language or just want to share a new culture, or both. So if you want to know more about this immersion center in Guatemala, for example, that is where I work and that's what I am, I invite you to join a link below of this video that you can have all the details about how many time do you need, how much it costs, this program, and the most important thing, I will give you a special gift if you join. And if you come to Guatemala, I will be very happy to see you here and learn Spanish together here in Guatemala. So Learn Spanish is a great, great tool. And if you want to learn Spanish or improve your Spanish, I'm going to give you a free Spanish class here in this video. So you can join for free, or you can join below of this video other link that you can join and have all the resources to learn Spanish for free. I'm so happy to see you here again in this video. Hope to see you soon online or in Guatemala. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. I'm so happy again to see you, and see you the next time. Hasta luego.